Right, round 12 was Argentina. Round 13 is the Autodromo José Carlos Pacé in Brazil. And we've come to the season finale, of course. The track that's hosted the last 15 or 14 editions of the F1 season finale. Now it's 2018. Hamilton and myself have won every single race up to this point between us. 7 for me, 5 for Lewis Hamilton. Button trying to hold on to third before he moves over from Sauber to Aston Martin, who are replacing the Windsor team. You've got Vettel in fourth. Two season heartbreaks in a row, championship fights over the last 2 years. This year, it's gone horribly wrong for him. Rosberg in fifth, sixth place there for Kobayashi, seventh for my teammate Perez, who is moving to Aston Martin at the end of the year. Once they do come into the sports, it's not been the best of seasons for him, but he's reached some serious form lately, including a P2 last time in Argentina. I started ninth, finished in first. Ferrari 1-2. That promoted us to first in the constructors. Bourdais, the reigning champion, struggling this year and outside the top 10 last time with 14th. He's now down to 8th. Fairline in 9th, recovered from 18th to 8th in Argentina with Ricciardo in 10th himself. 11th there for Pierre Gasly. Ricciardo, by the way, leaving Toro Rosso, the team that he was champion with in 2015. This year has just gone horribly wrong for him. Relations have broken down, and he will be my teammate at Ferrari next season. Gasly in 11th, not the best second season after a stunning debut season from him. Max Verstappen, the move from BWT to Toro Rosso has not quite worked out to this point, but they're still next season for the 21-year-old Magnussen, who's also done the same amount of races as Verstappen in F1. Not a bad first season at BWT. He's definitely outperformed McLaren, with Alonso having a decent time at Mahindra, a lot happier than he was at BWT last year. Then you've got Van Dorn in 16th, over to Toro Rosso in 2019. Then Hülkenberg leaving the sport. Bit cruel for Nico. He's already been dropped. He was dropped at Williams after 2013, came back to the grid for wins in 2016, and now end of 2018. He's back out with a very small likelihood of coming back in. Ocon, not a bad debut season. Could have probably been better. The points gap between him and Alonso shows how good the Spaniard up ahead has been this year. Frenchman struggling a little bit, but there's still the second season for him. Mahindra willing to give him time. Fiat, yeah, unfortunately being dropped from Pertamina. It's a bit sad for him, but such is life. Pertamina falling out with him. Then Galal, who scored his first career points at Canada. This is his 28th race coming up now. Canada was 2 races ago. Then the Constructors, Pertamina's at the back. Windsor's 12 points off Mahindra with one final race to move into 8th. Then there is BWT in 7th. They're pretty distant from the two teams below them. They've been contending with Mahindra for most of it, but Magnussen's performances in the second half of the season, and McLaughlin's to an extent, have definitely helped. You've got Toro Rosso. They've faded like stones as the season has progressed. McLaren, the reigning champions, the 2-time reigning champions as well, down in 5th, 24 points off Honda in 4th, who've had a very good second half of the campaign. The mid-season part of the campaign has gone quite well for them. Pascal Wehrlein also scored his first podium at France early this season. Sauber in 3rd. Maybe expected a lot better, but Toyota on the verge of maybe securing their first ever WCC. They've only got Ferrari to beat, and I say only, but we're going to look at the grid for the race that's coming up. 13 rounds have been completed. Starting grid looks like myself on pole, Eda Vettel, Button, Perez, Ferrari in a strong position, and remember, Hamilton and myself are the only ones who have won any race this year. Maybe the streak could continue at a track where the winners have often been the champions. That's a positive omen for myself. I need to finish 4th if I want to secure it. Hamilton, well, that's if Hamilton finishes in front. Speaking of Lewis, he's behind Valtteri Bottas, who's in the McLaren for the final time before he leaves for Sauber to replace Button. Then you've got Kobayashi right behind his teammate. Those two ones to watch. Rosberg, also another driver to watch. Verstappen in 9th and Vela in 10th there, Ricardo, McLaughlin, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Lashock and Gasly, Ocon, Van Dorn, Fiat and Galal, who's a second off his teammate.